All right. We're going to do another one this morning. On the way to work, jamming to the job. So, then, y'all stick around. Son of mine, I'm going to tell y'all a little story about a special friend of mine that just passed. This is a good story. But I don't want to talk about being selfish. Being selfish. And we're going to break down root words. Like most the English language, it came from Sanskrit, whatever, but I ain't here. The first part of the word is self. We know what self means. Self, that's self on it. But ish, what ish mean? Like black-ish, black-like. Self-ish, self-like. Self-like. I'm being like myself. I don't think it's the wrong thing. The word selfish, we misuse the word selfish. Everybody should be selfish toward themselves, but when you're dealing with alchemy and frequencies and love, you could be selfish and love other people too. Because the same thing I want for myself, I want for everybody. I want to see everybody win, but and I want to lead by example. So for me to be a good example of myself, I got to go within myself. One example. If I'm always attracting a situation I don't want to attract, and I'm always in some drama, some type of situation, and with somebody else, and I'm trying to figure out what their problem is, I just always end up around assholes. I know everybody in the world not assholes and difficult. I understand this. But the ones that are, I always end up with the ones that are and the ones that not. Rather than the ones that's not, or the ones that got the personalities that I want to attract. So instead of asking why everybody else, you need to start asking what it is about myself that's attracting these situations. Because if you know the true nature of the universe, as above, so below, this physical world is just a reflection of the heavens. So, with that being said, everything that's outside of you is a reflection of what's inside of you, as above, so below, as within, so without. So once you correct what it is about you that's attracting these situations, you're going to start attracting these situations. And not saying if you marry that, once you solve your problem within, your wife going to disappear and you're going to be single again. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the problems gonna disappear that you and your wife having, and you gonna start recognizing the things that attracted you to your wife in the first place, that made you fall in love with your wife. Because when you correct the negative things about you and leave positive, also you overlook the negative things in other people, because you understand we are human, nobody perfect. We spiritual beings having a human experience, not the other way around. So it's okay to be selfish. Be about yourself. That's what the problem is. Everybody is their own universe. Sovereignty don't mean that you sent your birth certificate to the Justice of Peace and the Secretary of State and got stamps put on it. No, sovereignty means that we all created a stardust. A star, the same materials that made stars made up, our bodies made up, we made up, our spirits made up, our souls made up. This is in science, I didn't make this up. So, we are our own star. We are our own universe. That's what sovereignty means. Everybody came here for their own different reason, to learn their own different lessons. So, the lessons that the pastor's talking about, if you learned them lessons, you're not here back to learn them lessons. You're not back to do that. We come back here to do pious. We can be pious, the good, best humans we can be, but at the same time balance. For if nobody bad, who good? Who better than you? Can't be better than nobody if they don't have somebody to be better than. So, and everybody working on themselves. So, let me tell you one thing. What I know. Christ, Jesus, whoever you believe in, Moses, Allah, Abraham's sister, all of them, all of these angels, Saint Gabriel, whatever, all of these spiritual beings, it's a path. All of them been on the path you on, and they done mastered the path you on to get where they at. So, ain't no they better than you, they just started the path before you. So, all the people, so the lessons you learning and the people that you disagree with, you don't think they should be doing what they're on a different frequency. They ain't got to your path yet. So, who are you to judge them? Because you was on that path, not in this life. Tyler could have been in this lifetime, probably could have been in the past lifetime. But if you were selfish, that wouldn't even be your concern. What they're doing, is they doing it right? Unless it actually affected you. And that's where I'm at. I'm working on self. I'm not concerned. And some people take that concern that me being selfish, disrespectful, like, but now I'm at a place with all love. Anybody I affected what my asshole character that I chose to come back with this lifetime, I'm working on it. I'm not gonna say I'm an asshole to deal with it. I'm dealing with my asshole character, my asshole thoughts and asshole tendencies to make my experience better than I know. Now, until I deal with it, I'm gonna keep on the track in these situations, and so if I'm wrong, was wrong, am wrong, will be wrong in the future, I apologize in advance. But know one thing, I'm selfish, and I love you. I want you to be selfish too. I want you to experience how I feel to be selfish is me. And you're going to see, man, I see why he's so selfish. And we can be selfish together. That's what I want. I want all us to be able to be selfish together. And I've been hitting y'all with a few, videos lately. So, like and subscribe to my channel. Share these videos if you think somebody else that selfish need to be seeing it. And I just want to tell a story. I ain't gonna forget about the story. This was a real good friend of mine passed yesterday. I found out about it yesterday, and it's like yesterday was one of the, I ain't gonna say one of the worst days of my life. It was a tower day, definitely a tower day. One of the days where nothing you say or do went the way you planned it to do the whole day, starting from the minute I got to work. But because I say ended, I found out my friend Alicia died, Alicia Francis. While she transitioned, she moved beyond this dimension. Now beyond the physical. So It was a real good friend of mine, and she was a female, and we met in high school, and we've been friends ever since. And like, I was her adopted little brother. Now, you know, I got a lot of adopted brothers and sisters now, but she was like the first one. We were so close, like I met her and I was hollering at her. You know, I put my mood down trying to put my mag on her. She was like, boy, please go ahead. You ain't even on my level, but I like you. And she kept me around. We always conversated. Now, mind you, this before cell phone era, where you could go outside, you had your phone on the stove. If you took time out or your time to talk on the phone with a person, to come inside and talk on the phone with a person, it had to be something about this person that you liked it. Whether you was attracted to this person physically or not. So, and one time, you know, so tell you how cool we was this high school now. One time, she invited me to a church event they was having, and she was an angel, but she wasn't no, you know, Mother Teresa angel. She wasn't that type of angel, but she was a type of angel. But, we never was like, had a physical relationship far as, you know, platonic, but it was love. So she invited me to the church. Like I said, that's a big thing for high school, to invite somebody, you know, somebody to a church event. And that's an even bigger thing for me to accept the invitation. So I'm like, go where? When? On a what? On a Sunday? Nah, that's in the evening time? Nah, don't worry about it. But I went. So I went, and then she was like, I think I sat next to her. I'm like, who this girl is over there? Who looking at me? She like, oh, that's such and such. Like, oh, she a freak. She nasty. I said, yeah. I said, you know, introduce me. So we on this side of the bench, on the pew, and the girl is on the other side of the pew. They got a few people between us. So we done called each other attention, and we cheering glances. We looking back and forth at each other. You know, we done got each other attention. I done let her know that I see her, and she done let me know that she see me. So it was like one of the pastor, you know, anniversary or something. They got the junior choir up there singing, you know, and that's the type of event it was. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not about to keep on doing this. Just looking. I'm about to make my move. But I can't physically get down there to, you know, excuse people from the pew and skirts in church and do it. So they had programs. So I wrote my name and number on the program and folded it up and passed it down to her. Now I just said earlier, you know, that was in the 90s. We ain't had to sell some phones unless you was a drug dealer. So phone number, that was a big thing back then for, you know, because you know, got to come inside her to be available for that phone. So I'm like, pass down that phone number. She opened it up. She looked at it. Put it up. Put it in the lap. Smile. Now I'm like, cool. I ain't even got to be looking down that way no more. I just wait for my phone call. Just expect a phone call one day in the near future. So about this time, the choir finished singing, and the junior choir was up there, and everybody left the pews and sat down in their seat. So obviously, one of the junior choir members was her boyfriend and watched the whole thing from the choir stand. And the first thing he did when he sat next to her was take the program from her and open it up. He looked down, and he looked like an athlete, looked like he could fight. I wasn't no athlete. Looked down, and now I'm sitting in service straight like this for the rest of the service. I don't want to look him in his eyes because he looked like he could fight. But don't get me wrong, I ain't never been no fight. I'm a lover, but I could get a nigga off my ass if I need to. But I ain't come to church that day for that. That's all I'm saying. But Leisha, you was the first angel that almost got me beat up in church, but I still love you. See you again. Well, see you soon, Alicia. Love y'all. Look, this a long one, but hey, some messages in this. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Love y'all.